For many construction projects, a simple invoice is all you need to submit in order to get paid. On larger projects, especially in commercial construction, you may need to turn in additional supporting documents along with an invoice. This packet of information is called a pay application, or pay app for short. And making a mistake on your pay app can have serious consequences for your cash flow. A mistake might mean that you don't get paid on time or at all. And in this video, we'll cover 5 of the most common mistakes and how to avoid them. Before we start, a quick reminder: always read your contract carefully and understand what information the GC or property owner requires in your pay application. When preparing the application, pay close attention to detail and be thorough. The more detail you can provide to back up your payment request, the better. Mistake number 1, missing the application deadline. Submitting your pay app on time is one of the most critical aspects of getting paid on a construction job. The GC on a big project may be collecting pay apps from several dozen subs and suppliers, if not more. If you're late, it can cause serious headaches for the GC. Some of them may be more forgiving and give you a break, but why risk it? Read your contracts carefully again. Some GCs may send additional instructions that tell you exactly what forms to turn in, where to send them, and when they must be turned in. If you aren't sure when the deadline is, reach out to the GC and find out. Mistake number 2, overbilling. Overbilling may sound like a good idea at the time. Maybe you're padding your pay app to cover a big upcoming expense or a tax bill that's around the corner. But billing more than the actual amount of work you've completed can create problems for everyone. First, even if the GC approves it, the owner or architect may reject your pay app after reviewing it further up the chain. If the GC doesn't allow you to appeal your case or revise your invoice, you're left with no income for that month. Second, if your invoice is approved and paid, it can leave you short of cash later in the project. You want to make sure you're covering your actual expenses at all phases of the project. And third, if you're producing financial statements that are based on your work in progress, you will be penalized for overbilling on a project, potentially lowering your net income for the period. It's always best to bill as close to the actual amount as possible. If you have an upcoming expense that you're afraid you won't be able to make without overbilling, talk to your GC. You may be able to find a workaround that satisfies both of you. Never try to hide a phony bill in a pay application and hope they don't notice it. Mistake number 3, forgetting supporting documents. As we've said before, be thorough and detailed on your pay apps. Have you ever heard of a contractor not getting paid because they show too much proof of their work? When it comes time to submit your first pay app on a project, reach out to the GC or the owner to see exactly what documents are required. Read your contract and any additional documents provided by the GC to see if they spell out what their expectations are. And don't get upset if they send your first application back with a request for some additional documents. Sometimes the GC isn't even aware of all the requirements themselves, and the first couple draws on a project usually take a bit longer as everyone gets used to the documentation requirements of the property owner or lender. Mistake number 4, bad math. It happens. Everyone forgets to carry the 2 once in a while. But when you're trying to get paid, a math mistake could get your pay app redlined or rejected. Always double check your records and your math to make sure your number adds up like they're supposed to. Check contracts amounts, previous billing amounts, and change orders. And at the very least, you should be using a spreadsheet with built-in formulas that help reduce human error. Better yet, invest in bookkeeping software that's built for the construction industry. Some GCs may be forgiving and correct your errors for you, but even if they like you, most just don't have the time to double check your math for you. A simple math mistake could get your pay app rejected. Make sure the amounts match on all documents you turn in. Mistake number 5, billing for unapproved change orders. Don't bill for extra work you did unless you have a signed change order with the billable amount. Most GCs will tell you that they will not accept an invoice for change orders that they haven't approved. If you've done extra work that you need to get paid on, talk to the GC about it first. Let them know that you have change orders that need approval. Ask if you can bill for them even without a formal change order. Some GCs will let you if you ask. Most GCs will try and work with you, or at least let you know if there's a problem. The biggest mistake is to send an invoice for a bunch of extra work that the GC knows nothing about. Make sure they're aware of all the extra work before it's performed. And if the GC doesn't want an issue in a change order, try and document their approval before starting. Get the request in writing somehow, whether it's in an email or a cocktail napkin. If there's a dispute about additional work, protect your lien rights and follow the conflict resolution processes in your contract. What happens if your pay app is rejected? If a GC rejects your pay app, they should communicate with you in some way. Ask if you can fix the errors and resubmit. If they say yes, fix ASAP. If you haven't heard from the GC on the status of your pay app in about 5 days, follow up with them to make sure everything is in order and your invoice has been approved. If there's a problem, work quickly to resolve and get the information turned in. And always make sure that you're protecting your payment rights. This may mean filing a preliminary notice, monthly notices, or other documents as required by your states. We hope this video has been helpful. If you have any other construction payment questions, head over to levelset.com to get payment help from lawyers or live chat with one of our payment experts. If you want to see more construction payment videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And remember, payment help is here.